Hey everyone, Jengar here. Today I've got a premium review for you on the Spitfire LF Mk IX, the American premium at tier 4. I'll show you a match in realistic battle and in arcade battle, and I'll give you a little bit of history why Americans flew Spitfires. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. Now, how did the Americans get their hands on the Spitfire? That is quite easily explained. The beginning of the American Spitfires were marked by volunteers who had joined the ranks of the British RAF before the United States even joined the war. In 1941 there were 3 full-fledged American fighter squadrons in Britain named the Eagles. The Americans originally only flew Hurricanes, but in August 1941 they started their retraining on Spitfires. Until the autumn of 1942 the Eagles were common British squadrons with the corresponding staff, uniforms and markings. On September 29, 1942 the Eagles were transferred to the command of the 8th Air Force of the United States Air Force. Located in Britain, the 3 squadrons were combined to form the 4th fighter wing and their colors changed to American ones. In the early deployment of American units to Great Britain, these units arrived without planes and received British fighters as part of the so-called reverse Lend-Lease. These squadrons were originally based in Great Britain, later they were also based in North Africa. A total of 1,000 Spitfires of various versions were handed over to the United States Air Force by the RAF. The Americans flew Spitfires over the Channel, in North Africa and in Italy. By March of 1944 the majority of British planes had been replaced with Mustangs. But there were still some Spitfires with those white stars on their fuselage, right up until Germany capitulated. Now these planes have the same characteristics as the LF Mk IX, which means they are very maneuverable, almost matched by none except some Zeros, some Japanese planes. Their armament is the same with 2 Hispano 20mm cannons and 7.7 machine guns. They have great climb rate in the game. Now here we take some shot at this K4, but they have a great climb rate, as you may have noticed in this plane. And if you don't have it, it's almost exact copy of the British one. And it does exactly the same thing well. So the flight speed of the Spitfires is a little less fast than many of their competitors, but it is matched without doubt by their great maneuverability. You really have an edge with this plane in any turn fight, and it has an insane climb rate, especially in arcade, and even in realistic battle you can match the BF-109s without a problem. The only problem I can see with this plane really in realistic battle is that they have a tendency to rip their wings in high speed maneuvers, and when I say maneuvers, if you go beyond 500 the slightest turn may already break your wings, so you have to be really careful. Like I'm in the low 500 here and I am already being very careful not to maneuver too much, keep it very steady. Now I dive down on this BF-109G, take the lead, get a few hits in, and there I shoot off the left wing. Now I take my plane up again a little bit, going full throttle again. Now here we have a BF-109 engaging my ally in his Spitfire. I should not be able to turn, so I should be getting a shot sometime soon. Tip over, only get a hit in. He wants to start a rolling scissors with me. I'm trying to maneuver with him here. I have two allies who are helping me here, which make that very easy. Unfortunate end for him. And I'm was a little disappointed that we couldn't continue that maneuver, because would have loved to see what would have happened. The K4 without its gun pods has a good performance as well. Now suddenly we are left with almost no action around us. No enemies in sight. I get a sparkle there from the AA. Luckily they didn't shoot me down. Ah, and there we have a BF-109 right above us. 2.5 kilometers. Now we're also checking our rear and checking our allies if they're okay. They need any assistance. But they don't. This is the only guy in sight. Now at this time there were two opponents left. So we're also checking for the other one, which, you know, he may have come out of the clouds at any point. You never know. Now the BF-109 seems to be extending away from us. We are with 3. So that shouldn't be much of a problem.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Now this was one of the few wins I had. You know, American teams. I mean, you read about it all the time, and the prejudges. I think I had about 6 matches, 6 or 7 matches, and only 2 of those were won, including this one. But many of the matches also were decisively lost, let's say. And with scores like 2-1 and 1-1 and stuff like that, where you lie around for 10 minutes, you get a kill, and then you get jumped by 3 fighters because the rest of your team got killed. And it was a little bit of frustration, I must say, in realistic battle. Because this plane can do really well if you're careful with the ripping wings. If you're careful with that and you know how to control yourself, then you can make this plane perform very well and bait people into attacking you and then lure them into turn fighting. That's the way to go in this plane. And you can do very well in it, but like I said, if you have multiple BF-109s and TAs and Focke-Wulfs around you, while your team is being shot to pieces around you and they focus on you, then even in this plane it's going to be difficult to survive in the long run. I had 2 games where I had 2 kills and then was jumped by the surviving German team while my team was nowhere to be seen. So here we go into a dogfight with the 2 of us against this last BF-109. Now as he turns over there to try to get an angle on my ally, I think I shot his left wingtip off. He doesn't instantly die, but he's going down very fast here. And that was this match. Now let's check the results and jump into the arcade match. Now here we have the results. 3 kills, 63,000 silver lions, 7,600 research points, that's great. Final blow, survivor, on hand, and terror of the sky, top of the team. I'll see you in the arcade match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. We are in an air domination match. We are climbing, making use of this plane's excellent climb rate. Trying to get on top of everybody and then start to dive down. Now this Japanese dive bomber gets killed before I get even close. I take my plane up into the vertical again. I have a good speed at the moment. 470. 2 bombers here. The first year gets shot down. Take aim on the second one. Shoot him down. See a P-47 down there. Decide to follow through on it, as it is lining up perfectly for me. Take the aim and I shoot him down. Now take it immediately straight up into the vertical. Taking an elevator maneuver and turning around that way. Going straight up. Got a P-51 who's being shot on fire there. The Focke-Wulf makes quick work of him. And we continue to climb. We see a firebrand just below us there. We decide to dive. But we change our mind here, as there is 3 other opponents here within 2 kilometers. Starting with this King Cobra, which we shoot down. We dive down on a P-43 and a P-51 here. They split up, so we decide to follow the P-51, take the lead and shoot him down. We have 700 kilometers. Put the nose up, going into the vertical, get back altitude. Now making a loop here in the vertical. Straighten out the plane and continue to climb. We thought we might take this P-51, but we see it going pretty fast and it's already extending away from us, so I decide to make another loop, take back my altitude. We have 400 kilometers, our engine is a little bit overheated, as we see that also the oil. Now the thing is that the engine cannot really be damaged if it's not hit by any bullet. But you can overheat it, of course. But it doesn't have much effect in arcade. I think it in a normal span of a match it won't do any damage to you. But I still like to cool it off, because if you do get hit in the engine and it is not fatally damaged immediately, but you already overheated your engines, both oil and water in red, I do have a feeling that it's breaking down faster then. And it adds a bit of that sense that you're really flying. It's a little bit of realism that I create for myself as well. Call me crazy. But it adds to my fun factor. Now there's a Spitfire up high here. And an LA-5 at 5 kilometers, he's far away, so he won't do anything. Taking some shot at the Spitfire, only get a hit in. We start the rolling scissors here. And I fuck up my my rudder control there. Pressed the wrong button by accident. And that messed up my initial advantage in this fight. But I get helped by allies as we're closer by our spawn. And that saves me the trouble, but I was already regaining ground on him. Now a Yak 3 and a Spitfire down here. I'm aiming for the Spitfire first. Do get the Spitfire. Following through on the Yak, it's a 3P. Yes, we don't get him, we get an assist. Got many assists in this match. And my average, when normally I get 2-3 assists per match. This time I had 7. P-51 gets shot down. We turn back, loop over. We knew there were a few planes behind us. Always like to remove them first before taking on the newly in-spawning enemies. J2M there. The moment I get into range and want to fire, he crashes into a key 61 of our team. Now there's a P-47 in range and a lot of other enemy fighters coming in from their spawn. Now this P-47, let's take a shot at it. I do not lead it enough. I do get a hit in, but make his engine smoke. Trying to lead right here. Get out of the zoom. Now I often like the zoom, but in this case it didn't help. And we get an assist. We get 2 enemies that came in from the right there. I just saw them in time to make a maneuver and to avoid their shots. This Typhoon pays the ultimate price though. But he doesn't get killed by me again, shooting on fire. The second plane I shoot on fire that I don't get. Unfortunately. That's sometimes it's just luck. Especially in those quick passes, deflection shots and stuff like that. You just need to be a bit lucky that the 20mm land in the right space. Here a King Cobra. We do get him. Enough time to get guns on target and he wasn't going that fast. There's a Spitfire coming in here. We also get him as he was focused on that T-43. P-47 almost stationary here. That's easy. Bringing our tally up to 9 I think, and we got a triple kill there. Nine kills, 5 assists. Top of the team. In the scoreboard at the moment. Now we're trying to get some altitude here, but we're not that fast at the moment and we are again very overheated. But there's plane close by, there's one plane close by, so I wait with cooling. The Li-7 is taking it into the vertical. 5 planes around him and he gets shot down. Now we have several opponents coming in here, all within 2 kilometers, 6 planes. So we need to pay attention here. Going for the 3 lower planes. A Wellington and a P-51 here, going for the P-51. As it's the more dangerous plane for our team. We do shoot him down. We turn straight to the I-185. And here Spitfire came in. Luckily he wasn't focusing on us. We don't have cannons at the moment, so just machine guns. But here we reload. And we do get the Spitfire. Now that guy almost rammed the bomber. King Cobra. I got into the, almost got into the line of fire of that guy. We were flying very close together there. Spitfire coming through. Get a hit in. And he doesn't crash. So we can get another shot at him and we do shoot both his wings off. Now as the game is ending, as we just took the point, we just took A. And you see the timer is already ticking down, so this basically this fight, when you push back a team in Air dominations, as you know, is just trying to get at the last targets for kills. Everybody is swarming over them. May not be fair to the guys just spawning in, but that's the way it goes. You really have to be fast if you want to get a shot at those last few planes that spawn in. But if you spawn in with a good plane with a lot of cannons, you can shoot down quite a few planes if you're good in head-ons. This Typhoon, 1B late, we do get him. That's our final kill in this match. So 13 kills in this air domination. It was a decently quick air domination this time. And we did have a lot of assists. If I would have had my normal amount of assists, I would have had 4 or 5 kills more. But you have them matches, right? Maybe it has to do as well with the fact that these machine guns are very light compared to their other planes around this level. They often have 50 cals or 13 or 14 millimeter machine guns. Now let's see how we did in the scoreboard. $110,000 Silver Lions, 7,000 research points, Survivor, Hero of the Sky and the best squad. Top of the team, 13 kills, nice match. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now this plane does what is advertised. If you have the British lineup, this plane is identical to the LF Mk IX. Battle rating 5.3. Its research bonus and the reward bonus are fantastic. Maximum speed is quite nice, a little over 700 kilometers an hour. Turn time is beneath 15 seconds, which is great. And its rate of climb is quite high. This is the arcade stats, of course. If you look at the realistic stats, 26.8. Well, you know, the stat cards, they are what they are. Sometimes they are correct, sometimes they're not. But this plane is fantastic. Good firepower with 2 20mm cannons and 4 7.7 machine guns. Great rate of climb, good speed, turn time is great. The only thing you gotta watch out for in realistic battle is the flimsy character of the wings. They like to rip, especially if you are above or around 550 kilometers an hour and you want to make a maneuver. Be very, very careful because those wings will just explode on you. Apart from that, great plane, very enjoyable. Yeah, and the other thing is American teams. Not always the best teams. I know many people do their best. I fly Americans out sometimes as well, and you do your best. But I think a lot of the new players start with Americans, and you do get those guys in your team. And you lose a lot. I don't know if that's statistically proven, but I have noticed it very much so lately, since I've been flying a few American planes lately. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed the video, that you learned something there. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video. You know, those likes really make a difference. Do leave me a comment. You know, I always look forward to the comments every day. And if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Become part of this community. I really love to have you aboard. Don't feel shy to leave me some comments. I always try to respond to them. So again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.